Hey everyone, it's Renee Jane here, and I only have a little while before a call. Kind of have a little sore throat, so I need a drink. But I really wanted to jump on and have a quick chat and conversation about healing our gut and a little different perspective on it, and more about something called somatic healing. And I'm writing a lot about this right now. It's work that I do with my clients on a regular basis. And I'm still kind of forming some ideas of how to talk and share more about this beyond my clients. So this might be kind of scattered, but I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to try to be as focused as humanly possible. So the reason I want to talk about this is because for those of you who are familiar with the word gut, it's pretty common to hear in the nutrition or holistic or health space that that's the root cause of a lot of our issues. And that's absolutely true. If you scroll down on my page and you watch any of the videos that I've been doing recently, I've been talking a lot about different kinds of things in regards to our pathways of detox. I've talked about some things around trauma and the body, and also a lot about emotional eating and a bit about why we crave what we crave, and even a lot of things about MTHFR, which is a genetic anomaly that some people experience. About 50% of people at least experience that. So if we are to get really clear, a lot of these root issues really kind of come down to healing our gut health. And in all the years that I've been doing this work, which is about 9 years with clients, I've been doing it longer with me, with my body. But what we usually do, and by the way, let me just say on a side note, there's a lot of amazing information on our gut health. And for example, like mitochondria, it's like the energy source of our body. So there's that piece. There's the methylation piece of allowing this process of methylation in some people's bodies a little bit different than others, which again, these are other video topics, so I'm not going to go into detail what these are, but I really encourage you, if you have questions or you're interested in more information or maybe want to chat more, I believe community helps and just talking conversation. So please leave comments below. Another aspect of gut health is our microbiome and our metabolism and all these different, conversations around leaky gut as another example. And so when we do this work as a nutrition practitioner, such as myself, I have a functional approach often with my clients. We are focusing on a lot of very specific things that are, I don't know if clinical is the right word, but they're food-based, they're supplement-based, they're a lot of things. And there's amazing people in this space, by the way, doing this work, like tons and tons of them. I'm not the only one, of course. I learn from all these amazing colleagues of mine also, and I feel like need each other because there's more science coming out that links our gut health to our ability to feel good also, which I won't get into today too much. But what I want to talk about today is a little bit more about this idea of somatic healing. Somatic, it really just put simply means our body. And so what this is it's connecting this idea of, okay, well, yeah, we do need to do all these other things to heal our gut, which is, by the way that I've worked with my clients for the majority of my time I've been in private practice. And I have well over 1,400 hours. I think it's like 1,700 hours, but I'm not keeping that close of track, but I'm somewhere in there of coaching, private coaching hours with clients. I've been speaking publicly for 9 years on topics such as these. And I've worked with medical doctors in their offices and with their patients and clients. And like I said, I'm a student also, but this is some things that I teach. And what I started to learn approximately 3 years ago was that there was a lot more than just heal in the gut through these typical sources, because I would ask these clients, like, how do you feel in your body? And they'd say all these different things about what they thought they felt, or what they'd like to feel like, or what they were annoyed at feeling like. But I was noticing that they were having a very hard time connecting with this part down of their body, which, by the way, I completely relate to, because that has been the experience that I've had in my body for most of my life. And I think that it is we can center the conversation around emotional eating here too, because if we feel disconnected from our body, we are much more likely to want to numb out with food and to use unhealthy coping skills to try to feel. And so what I want to do is I just want to invite in a little bit different conversation, that there is a duality here. And so when we think about healing and we think about our gut health, there's a lot of different places that we can focus our attention. And I just am inviting us all to focus on more than just the nutrition piece, because that's important and it's really important. So don't underestimate what I'm saying. I'm not saying we ignore that by any stretch of the imagination there. But there's another piece too, and it's a piece that's kind of the one that's more uncomfortable. It's the one that when I put out a blog post about it, no one really wants to talk about it. It's the part that's like, oh, my body, right? And if you Google the word embodiment right now, you probably find a lot of stuff on it. It's become kind of a buzzword, I've noticed. And so that might help give you a little bit more insight, although I try not to recommend we Google too much because we get down the rabbit hole and get lost. But there's a few ideas here that I want to suggest. One, this may sound kind of funny, but like when a baby, or excuse me, when a dog births their babies, right, their puppies, should probably be more accurate, they're puppies, you might notice, and more than just dogs do this, other animals, but they lick their animals like thoroughly, right? I'm sure you've seen this. I think I posted a video recently of this amazing mama gorilla like licking her baby thoroughly. It was just born. It was really beautiful. And there's it's a critical step in the development of that puppy in this particular case for the mother to completely lick, and they're not just clean, of course they're cleaning the animal, but what they're also doing is they're stimulating areas, they're stimulating reflexes, they're doing a lot of other deep somatic things in the process of doing that licking and cleaning of their new puppy. And the reason I want to share this is because, you know, I know this is going to sound so funny. Obviously, I'm thinking through my thoughts. It's not like we have a baby and we lick our baby right away, right? Like humans don't necessarily do that. They might, by the way. I would bet if I Googled that, I would find that people do that. And maybe a mother might even have that instinct. That would be really interesting to explore. However, what I want to explore a little bit more, and this is the work that I'm doing with my clients, so I'm more wanting to explore just the conversation and community about it, and that is feeling detached or not feeling attachment, healthy attachment with our parents. And when we are born, we can often feel that lack of attachment and what that might do in our body if we don't feel that connection or that closeness. And this is not shaming, you know, like everyone has different births and different experiences, and like, goodness, like there's so many different ways that we can live in life, and we can't go back there. But what we can do is we can start to notice that we have an opportunity to do some reparenting of ourselves, and that part of our gut healing is a reconnecting to that area of our body also, a reparenting, if you will, a learning of new coping skills that can regulate our oxytocin and different kinds of hormones that we have in our body, and just not ignoring that it's a critical step in our growth. And so as we do this work around our health and around our nutrition, and whomever you work with, you know, some of you may work with me, might be in my community and that's amazing. And some of you might have questions about that. You can always reach out to me. But whoever you work with, just don't ignore that there's another component of connection with the body and how beautiful and how valuable that can be, but also just being honest how triggering it can be too, and sometimes very uncomfortable if we're not used to that. And so it's important that we take this work slow and that we work with somebody that we have trust and confidence in, because it's really about learning to reconnect, to recover the self, and to trust yourself. So anyway, I think I'm close to my call, so I gotta run. But again, if you have questions, please reach out. And I do have a program, by the way, called My Nutrition 360. It's up on my website. And in that, I share a lot more details, but also this is the kind of work that we do in that program together. And it's really powerful and really beautiful to be in community with these amazing folks. So have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I look forward to chatting soon. Bye, everyone.